Hey everybody, Tom Berry here with Investor Loan Source. Got a quick video for you today, and the topic is going to be how to build wealth in real estate. What is the best way to build wealth in real estate? You know, in a lot of the social media groups that I'm a part of with real estate investors, there's always this back and forth push between is flipping better than landlording, is buying long-term rentals better than short-term rentals, and so forth. So what is the best way to build wealth in real estate? Well, I think the first thing that we have to do is identify what is your goal, right? When I say what is the goal, do you need cash now, income now, or are you trying to build a portfolio of wealth in the future? Because the two usually do not coexist. So let me define that a little bit better for you. Let's take flipping and long-term rentals, for example. Now, I've done both, flipping single-family homes, building a long-term rental portfolio. I can tell you from experience that the long-term rental portfolio does not provide a lot of income now. Now, you will hear a lot of real estate investors, they'll buy a house, they'll do the BRRRR method, right? Buy it, rehab it, rent it, refinance it, repeat. That's the BRRRR method. Well, I've done the BRRRR method, did it until we had 86 single-family homes. And I can tell you that in that method, we built wealth. We built a lot of wealth over time, certainly over a decade. But in the immediate, there is not a lot of current income. Now, you hear people that do this say, well, I'm making $300 cash flow a month. I'm making $500 cash flow a month on each unit. And that's a term I hate in real estate because it's misleading. It's a very misleading term. In any other business setting, we would not talk about that particular number, which in real estate, that cash flow that we're talking about is the difference between the rent that I'm charging, or I potentially could charge, and my principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. That's it. So basically what we're talking about is our gross profit. Well, gross profit, that's not profit. That's not income to you, the investor, because after gross profit, we have a lot of other expenses that need to be talked about. We need to talk about vacancy. We need to talk about make-ready in between turns. We need to talk about the turns themselves. When a tenant moves out and you have to advertise and bring a new tenant in and you lose rent for 2 months doing that. We have to talk about repairs and maintenance and capital improvements and all of those things that come out of that cash flow number before we get to the number that I like to talk about, which is profit. What is left over after all of those expenses are taken out? And I can tell you from my experience with 86 of those things, and if we counted apartments, we had over 420 at one time, there's not a lot of cash flow. There's just not a lot of real, true profit, okay? However, I still did it, and I still buy and hold to this day, because over time, my tenants paid those down. They paid those notes down, and over time, appreciation made them worth more. So 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line, 15, whatever it is, when I sold those off individually, we had a large lump sum of money left over after the sale of every one of those assets. That is a large lump sum. Now, we could have opted, if we wanted to continue managing those, we could have opted to keep them forever, let the tenants completely pay them off, and just own them free and clear and let them appreciate. That's an option too. That, by and large, is the easiest and best way I know of to use real estate to build wealth. But when I talk to most real estate investors and I ask them, why are you building a rental portfolio? They say for passive income. That is not the best way to build passive income, because there's very little income after all those expenses are taken out. Very little. Now, on the flip side, talk about fix and flips. Talk about other active real estate endeavors, being a realtor, being an appraiser, or anything else that you might be able to do fee-based in real estate. Those things give you income. income for today. So my advice to investors that I've coached over the years is this: spend as much of your time and focus on these income activities as needed to take care of your monthly nut, whatever that number is. If you need $10,000 a month to live, if you need 20, whatever it is, do enough over here in this camp to take care of that. And then the rest of your focus, spend over here adding those assets to your portfolio to build wealth. So it's not a this one's better or that one's better. This one produces a different result and is used for a different purpose. And this one is used for a different result and for a different purpose. They actually go together, and it shouldn't be looked at as an either-or. I hope that was helpful for you. And if you'd like more information on our loan products at Investor Loan Source, or investing passively through our note funds through ILS Capital, or even investing passively in our shopping center endeavors, click the links below, and we'll be happy to start that conversation.